1 minute before we start.
Alios Antonio, and good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. If I can get your assistant, Councilman Munoz Maestro, to help me out, do the prayer. There it is, okay.
Santa Custetea, Cachetetean, Pozo Cosiata, Soco Espíritu Santos, Ave María Purísima. Señor Celestial, síguenos dando ese santo alivio, santa bendición y protección. Protege nuestras familias, protege nuestras comunidades, protege los que están enfermos, especialmente los niños y nuestros ancianos, porque ellos son los más débiles. Sigue dándole la santa alivio, santa bendición y protección a cada hogar donde se encuentran nuestras comunidades. Y con eso, en este jueves de misa, Pater Noster, Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase, Señor, tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. El pan nuestro de cada día, danos hoy, pero no nos ofenda aquí, pero no nos perdone. No me caigan en tentación, no nos líbranos, Señor, de todo el mal. Amén. Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo, bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres y bendito es el fruto de vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega Señora por él, por nosotros pecadores, ahora y su muerte. Santa Custetea, Cachetetean, Pozo Cosiata, Soco Espíritu Santos, Ave María Purísima, Ave María Purísima, Ave María Purísima. Bendito y alabado sea el Santísimo Sacramento del altar, la bendición de Dios Padre, Dios Hijo, Dios Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Choco, te decía, muchas gracias, Muñoz, Maestro. If we can get a roll call.
Council meeting Thursday, June 12th, 2025, chaired by Julian Hernandez, Chairman.
Here.
Vice Chairman Yucupicio.
Here.
Secretary Alvarez, here. Treasurer Cupis. Here. Councilman Flores.
Here.
Councilwoman Frias. Here. Councilwoman Alvarez Gomez.
Ibne Ane.
Councilwoman Gonzalez. Councilman Munoz.
Here.
Councilman Saldaña.
Present.
Councilwoman Sanchez. Here. We have quorum with an 11.
Okay, thank you. Can we go ahead and approve council minutes for June 12th, 2025?
Approval of tribal council meeting minutes for May 22, 2025. Do you have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Vice Chairman Yucupicio and second by Councilman Munoz. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain?
Abstain.
Motion carries with a 10 yes count and a 1 abstention.
Secretary and Chairman, I didn't get a chance to note, but on the minutes where it says absence, can you please put excused? I'd reached out to the council about my absence.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move on to action item number 4, special report. I'm going to go ahead and start. I want to thank all the department directors. I am seeing more progress and continue progress with the strategic plan that the tribal administrator has been working on. I know that we identified some of the directors that have the strength to actually help us out in trying to move this strategic plan that we had forward. I do appreciate the work and collaboration that you guys all come together to work this out beneficially. It's going to be good for the tribe. I want to also thank the directors that have completed their first submission of their policy of departments. I know that it was hard work in your guys' part. There was a short timeline to get it done. There was a few that did not meet the deadline. We are working with those ones that did not meet it. We will continue to work with them and try to see if we can get those approved. And if we can submit those, the ones that have not submitted it, get it in as soon as you can, so we can have council review those, so we can see that most of the policies for the whole tribe is all updated. I want to also continue to thank administration staff, directors, individuals that have been going out, tribal council, with this push of the constitutional reform. I know we've gone to several communities already, and at the effort that we're doing, there's a lot of pushback of saying that they have some doubt that this would happen. The opportunity that we're trying to give is that we continue and we start this process so they can look at what type of changes will be coming to the tribe that's going to help the tribe to be better. As council, these are some of the steps that we all decided to do and working together to reach that goal. I know that Councilman Flores is going to give a better update on the constitution reform. At this point, we've been getting good feedback from a lot of the members. I do appreciate their opinions, their concerns, and the information they're providing. We will continue to have those reforms, and we have mentioned that we will continue to have more than one in each community. The next one is in Pencamo, and they'll give you more information on the address and when that's going to take place. I know we have been working strongly with the governor on some issues that we're dealing with. We continue to monitor any budget that are being affected by this administration. At this point, we do not find ourselves in a situation where we cannot come out of. I'm glad to say that we put the last beam on the construction of the new casino. It was a great event hosted by Casino del Sol and their team. We continue to move forward and hopefully get the structure building up so we can start planning our employment there and what type of economic development growth that we're going to have for non-tribals and tribal members. So that's all I got to report at this time, so we can start from left to right.
Yes, Chenavo, good afternoon. To everybody here, we don't have a lot of people here in the audience today, probably because it's a little warm. And to everybody who is online, I'm Erminia Frias, one of your tribal council members. I have just a few things that I'd like to report. One is that we just had our health oversight last week, and we have a lot of health is I think the biggest department that we have, and we always have a full agenda and different things to discuss. But I think one of the priority areas right now in health is moving, getting the Guadalupe Clinic open and getting through some of those lessons learning lessons that have been postponing the opening. So we're still moving forward on that. You'll see a lot of items on the agenda within the next council meetings because they pertain to Guadalupe and trying to move things forward as quickly as we can. We anticipate that the clinic will be open at the end of August. So let's keep our fingers crossed. And that includes, opportunities for our tribal members to work there. I also want to mention that we had, on the agenda that you'll see today, there's an agenda, there's an item regarding the Boys and Girls Club, continuing to support the club that we have here. And also Chairman mentioned the casino and the topping off ceremony that I think many of you were able to attend. And it was really nice to have that and to have the community be a part of it. So we're looking forward to the opening of the casino late next year in 2026. Yesterday, I, along with other council members, Flores and Alvarez, Gomez, and also Mr. Coopies, we went and attended the Native Forge mixer, or the entrepreneur mixer, that's being hosted by our development services manager, I think it's community manager, Irma Yepes Perez. It was a really good mixer, and really what the purpose of this mixer is to gather our entrepreneurs and network with funding opportunities and with each other. And also who helped coordinate this was Local First, and of course the Forge Center, the Native Forge Center. And it was hosted over at Lindy's. Lindy's is a burger joint on 4th Avenue. And one of the entrepreneurs, one of our tribal members, Mr. Conrad Rodriguez, has just recently become co-owner of Lindy's. So it was really neat to have him host us and to see so many of our entrepreneurs have these great ideas and business plans that they are planning on launching. So and that was only a few of the ones that were there. We have a lot of other people that weren't able to make it. So it's really important that we continue to support small business and our entrepreneurs, and to also have resources available so that we can do that. That networking component is so crucial. So thank you for hosting that. Irma, it was great. And also last week on Saturday, we had a cafecito with the candidates, and we had candidates from both the R's and the D's, and it was a really good turnout from the community and even our directors. I was actually very happy to see our directors there, some of the directors that showed up, because I was able to introduce them and also to share with them, what their role is and how important it is, especially now, to have somebody in DC that is going to be understand what we need as a tribe and understand our sovereignty, and also understand, some of these needs that we need that impact our programs and services, and some of the potential cuts that are being proposed through the Trump administration, like cuts in education. So it was good. I was happy to see that our education director was there. Some of the cuts in general across the board. Happy to see that our finance director was there, our attorney general was there, our budget, our deputy director who does the budget was there, and I'm probably missing somebody, so I apologize for that. But it was a really good turnout that they came. And one thing that we had, we had someone that was not part of the tribe and not part of the community that came in and was a little bit upset about what that she didn't get time to ask a question. And one of the things was that it was really the intent of this event was for our community and for our community to ask questions. But she had read this off on online area, and so she came. And I said, with all due respect, you can go to another event where you might have an opportunity to talk to these candidates. And she said, there's no one else that's doing this. It's only you. It's only you, the tribe. It's the only place I could go to ask these questions. And she still got to meet with the candidates and ask them these questions. But, and every time there's a challenge, there's also lessons learned. There's also an opportunity to get it. And that was, I told the team, I was like, you know what? That's good as far as we're the only ones that are hosting this, because these candidates came out because they knew they were coming out to meet with the tribe. And the tribal council that was there was a majority of the tribal council that was present. They know that our vote matters. They know that they should come and meet with the community and be a part of this, and, that somebody saw this and understood that, and that these candidates understood is a really good sign. I forgot, I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to say and just don't forget to register to vote on before June 15th, before June 15th, before June 16th for the July 15th primary, and then for the general election. So I just want to say that. And then I also want to say congratulations to all of our graduates that graduated, from college and high school, and it's really great to see the different fields that they're going into. I wasn't here at the last council meeting, so I wasn't able to give that congratulations, and I'm hardly on social media. So I'm kind of getting back in it, but I'm not really a fan of social media, so that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone here present, some community members here, and those online for sure. Busy 2 weeks. It seems like longer since we've had a last tribal council meeting. But I'd like to say thank you to our team up here, tribal council. Our schedules are really busy, and we've really had to divide and conquer to get to our multiple events. For myself, I know I've attended every possible graduation that I could attend, and a lot of those graduations happened during our constitutional reform night. So thank you, council, for being able and willing to split up and represent us and both sides. It is just really great to see, and again, congratulations, like Councilwoman Frias mentioned, to all of our grads, young and old and in between, but also to those who will be approaching their graduation date, including our own adult education GED students from here, Tucson, from the old Pascua community. They'll be having their ceremonies here this month, so we have that to look forward to. And also, I did want to mention all of those high school grads that maybe had to do an extra half credit or credit to complete their 2025 school year, and are graduating in the summer. I commend you for your efforts. Doesn't matter how the road went, if it was hard or rigorous, or if we had some shortfalls here and there, but all that matters is that you got to the end. So congratulations to you all. Life happens, and that's okay as long as you made it. So a big congratulations. It's still a big feat, even though maybe you didn't walk with the hundreds of your peers. You will be walking among other peers within the community in your school. So I just did want to mention that. Shout out to the education department. They did a really good recognitions for the Tucson and Guadalupe communities. But I also did want to mention all of our community partners or communities that went out of their way to recognize our students throughout, one specifically being the Penjamo community. I know some of us council members did get to go up to their graduation celebration, and it is a smaller community, but they weren't left out. So I want to thank the board there at Penjamo for taking the time to organize a special event there for the Penjamo community, because we sure know that we don't reach all spaces. So we really thank you for doing that for the community. Also, a community effort was the parade held in Guadalupe, organized by Miss Melona Ramos, DJ Mel. I didn't get to participate, but that's just another example of how the community is giving back to our communities, and it's really great to see that. So kudos, and I heard it was a really great a really great outcome for that, and the more the merrier, so thank you for those. I did also want to mention, as we get into the summer, our another volunteer group here in New Pascua and throughout is our Pascua Little League. So that is on their way. They had their opening ceremonies a couple weeks ago. It's all volunteer. The board, the Little League committee, coaches, it's all volunteer work. Um, can you help me out with numbers, Councilman Gomez? We have over 500 participants, kiddos participating from 3 years old all the way to 17, and it's just really amazing. We're still not beating pre-COVID numbers, but we're getting there year after year. There's more and more kids who are coming out, and it's such a great opportunity because we're not what you would call like a competitive. We're not like the National Little League, but we're getting our kiddos out. Kids every year. There's more than we can count of kids that are coming out that it's their first time. We have first timers, and it just speaks to our community and being able to rally around these kids and encourage them to get out and get on the field and be out in the hot sun and um, but but also socialize and make new friends and do something out of the comfort zone. Um, I know Councilwoman Gomez has mentioned in the past, where we grew up as athletes and being part of a team and with the team building, with the skills that you build as an individual and your self identity, it's so very important in other aspects of your life. So I think the parents, grandparents, tios, tias who are helping get the kiddos out there to practice and to games, and even those cheering in the crowds, it really to see the smiles and of the faces of all the kids. Doesn't matter what age, but they're doing it and they're excited, and that's all that matters. So thank you for everyone that's participating and those volunteers as well. Um, one other thing that council is working on, we have the ICWA committee led by Chair Alvarez, and we have been working with our Attorney General's office and our committee here to organize a ICWA Awareness Day that is scheduled for next Monday, um, June 16th, up at the Capitol, and we've invited tribal leaders to come out and just bring awareness of um, ICWA, what it represents, what it means to us, and why it's so important to keep around and keep supporting. So we have that to look forward to on Monday. And with that, I'll cut it short here, but I did want to say for all those fathers and father figures out there, please have a wonderful Father's Day this weekend. And coming up, and before we see you again, Feliz Dia de San Juan to all those Juanes, Juanas out there. And don't forget to get your kids wet. It's important. It's a blessing. Choco Tesia.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rolando Flores, one of your council members. Welcome to everyone in the room, those of you online. I was going to focus my report on some of the work the council's been doing on the constitutional reform project. So far, we've had 7 to 8 meetings with individual communities. We have one scheduled for I didn't even want to say it, but Friday the 13th, for those of you who are superstitious, in Benhamo, Scottsdale, 6 p.m. Just to give you a quick summary of what we've done so far at these meetings, we give a quick background and a brief history on our current constitution. We have provided information about the constitutional survey that was distributed. We did receive, I thought it was about 800 responses. It may be close to that, but 700 to 800 responses on that survey, and the majority of them said they wanted to see some change. We also provided information about the survey that was conducted by the enrollment department and how the future would look like for the tribe if there were any changes to membership criteria and if there were no changes to the criteria. A lot of information, and a lot of the members expressed appreciation for the information provided. We are asking, and if you have not yet, reach out to us if you want to be part of a committee that is formed to work on this project. At this point, we are trying to form committees for each pueblo, and we've received, I want to say, 50 to 60 letters of interest to be on a committee, and when we're sending responses during this week. We want as many tribal members to participate as possible. So you're all welcome to each meeting at each location. We welcome any thoughts, questions, comments about what's going on. We have an email where you can send the information. We have a phone number that you can reach us. This is the beginning of the project. We're not sure how long it'll last, but we do hope to have a special election to amend the Constitution before June of 2028. Within the next few weeks, we will have a second round of meetings that'll be a little bit more focused, and we'll give time for people who have been assigned to committees to decide how they want to conduct business and how often they want to meet. So it's going to be a lot of work, but it'll be worthwhile, and we hope to hear and see from you in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you. Yosim Chariabo, Cachimalea. Good afternoon, everyone. Gloria Alvarez Gomez. I'm going to touch briefly probably on what everyone else had said, but I want to give my congratulations, continued congratulations to the graduates, especially from the GED programs and anyone studying online. You know, it takes them a while, but they made it through. So Katrina Madrid and Luis Alvarez, congratulations. Like Councilwoman Fria said, we attended the small business mixer last night, and it's exciting to see, you know, the tribal members that are there with their ideas and asking questions. As a small business owner, you know, I was talking with Aaron at IRMA. You know, we receive these grant monies, and we need to continue to have that support group throughout the whole funding and thereafter, you know, because it's important that we succeed, but we have to build each other up. So, you know, wishing well to Mr. Ubalejo, Ms. Rosie, Ms. Katrina, Mr. Conrad, Anselmo, and Alma that were there present, that they continue on this journey and stay together and network with each other and seek the resources that they need. So thank you to the Aaron and Irma for all that support. Want to commend the parents that have registered their children for any summer program. Met two interesting people yesterday at the language department that are, you know, registered with the WIA youth program, and helping them build some networking skills, business skills, how to be professionals in the workforce. So good luck to all of you. We have Youth Culinary Club going on, the Wellness Center, Health Department, Boys and Girls Club. And like Ms. Gonzalez, Councilwoman Gonzalez mentioned, the Little League. I believe daily we average about 300 attendees. And then on Fridays, it's about 500 attendees. So that's a lot of people coming in and out. And again, I invite you directors, if you have any upcoming programs, any activities, come out there and sit out there with us from 5 to 8 or 6 to 8. Provide some kind of activity, especially any health information. You know, fire department, I'm gonna invite you out there, even emergency management, bring out those flashlights. We know kids love flashlights, right? So you come on out and, you know, get with Lynette Soul. She can set you up. Language and culture, we've invited you all before as well. So come out there. That's a good opportunity. You have a captured audience. So please come on out. I especially want to thank the language department and UMTECIA. They started the summer sessions for language and cultural activities, and it got filled right away. I know it was limited spots, but that's something that You know, all been pushing here on council, we need more language preservation. We need to get the language out there, allowing these kids to, you know, the parents that jumped on that opportunity, great. Although it was limited, now we can see this is what we need, this is what the community wants, all the way from Guadalupe to Old Pascua to here. So thank you, directors, for putting that on, as Chico and as well as Miss Becky at UMTECIA, so thank you for that. Gonzalez also mentioned about volunteering. You know, there's different opportunities to volunteer throughout different programs, so reach out to them. I do want to thank a group of young ladies from the charitable organization. They have been helping for young ladies that help organize and get things going, so I want to make sure that I thank them from the charitable organization. Again, happy Father's Day to everyone, and have a safe weekend, and San Juan as well. And you can cut your hair as well, right? You trim your hair a little bit. So, no, John will do that for us, so thank you. Have a good day.
Chocoltesia, Thomas Kupis, Council Treasurer. I'll keep it a little different because I know everyone, we went to a lot of the same events, but thank you for council members to reporting on those. I'm going to keep it very financial, but I just want to focus on things that Tribal Council we support to show how we are strengthening our policies and procedures and our commitment to transparency when it comes to the budget that we carry on our side of stuff. So this doesn't mean departments' budgets per se, but I know we're going to keep looking at that of what exactly we can look into. One of the big programs we do is our funeral assistance programs. This helps families during times when they are in mourning to help some of the financial burdens, not all, but some. A total of 50 families were helped supported during the time of this fiscal year, so that's from October to May 2025. This amounts to about $64,000, and the various funding mechanisms we do is funeral assistance, motorcade assistance, and then we do a promissory loan if families have insurance, because funeral services are quite expensive due to a lot of costs of increase. This does not reflect costs of non-financial, where we help support people who do traditional wakes, lutos, and novenarios with cigarettes, firewood, ramada, PPE equipment, portable hand washing, and paper goods and water donated from the casino. Another program that we do, and it really helped our employees, our tribal member employees, to be specific, is a hardship loan request. Currently, for this fiscal year, we have processed 51 employee loans, the vast majority being vehicle repairs, 39%, and a total amount of almost $78,000. And then to note that this program offers a $2,000 payback loan through your bi-monthly payments. So usually most of those gets loans within 6 to a year paid back. So it's one way we help our tribal members manage unexpected expenses. Another program that we do is our donation request. We get various donations from outside organizations and community, within community, to help cover some of the gaps and enhance community needs, extracurricular, our culture engagement, and individual assistance. This amounts to about $102,000 in 5 key areas, which will be extracurricular sports, community activities, culture activities, outside organizations, contributions. That's it. Last thing is culture donation report. The first thing is we came off the Lenten ceremonies not too long ago, so I wanted to give a financial report so individuals know the support this council has given, and actually, I would say historically, has increased the value of how we contribute to our communities to make sure that they need all the resources they need in the 5 communities, that our churches carry out the Lenten ceremonies. There's a bigger breakdown, but it was totaling $180,000. It will be, all this information will be reflected on a Yaqui Times article that we're currently finalizing for more details. Once again, this doesn't include all the other non-financial contributions for portable hand washing, restroom facilities, sanitation, lighting services, and casino paper goods and water that we do on our end. Second part of this is our church fiestas. We have kept in level with previous funding sources from previous council. It total about 26,500. So the various fiestas during this fiscal year. And it ranges anywhere from 2,000 to 3,500 depending on the community and their need. And then I guess the last part of that is Santa Cruz, where each community got some funding for Santa Cruz also. This report reflects Tribal Council's commitment to transparency, cultural preservation, and community support. It is not a complete report, but it's a start in the right direction to show transparency. And as council, we looked at it, we will fine tune based on what the community is looking for and what we're legally allowed to release. So thank you. Joko Tesia.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon, Ingeniero. You know, I was listening to and I watched that report, and it's amazing, you know, that we must continue helping our members. Not everybody has the funds, and throughout COVID, we learned, you know, the more and more we can help, the more and more we stay surviving and keeping alive. And sometimes, you know, we might not be able to handle everything, but like I was telling Mr. Coop, he says, we can help with something, let's do it. And I feel that, you know, that's where we're at right now. Also, happy Father's Day also to all the fathers, los padrecitos and everything. And I want to thank Rebecca over here for doing the event yesterday and then doing all the events for the seniors. I think it was a wonderful event for them for Father's Day. And also, like everybody said, the graduates, I think, you know, they're not over with yet. I think the EMT division certified or graduated a few of them tonight. That's going to happen tonight. So that's very important, because if I have a heart attack, I want somebody that knows what he's doing out there. But real quickly, because, you know, in respect to you, we gave you a few minutes if you signed a thing, and same thing for us, I think. We need to cut it short. But we celebrated 10 years of the new building at Yom Tequia yesterday, or the day of the topping off over there, which was important at Old Pascua. And those members were very happy that, you know, some of us attended. And 10 years in that new building, but 36 years since it was founded. And I will read the names because they're very important, very, very important. And it says, Pascua Yaqui Association members, Felipa Suarez, Eusebia Salvador, Dolores Baltazar, Virginia Baltazar, Luz Baltazar, Alberto Baltazar, Apolonia Baltazar, Justo Estrella, Lina Rodriguez, Francisca Acuña, Jesús Acuña, Juan María Álvarez, Gabriela Álvarez, Raúl Silvas, Leonor Silvas, Loreta Mezquita, Jesús Mezquita, Edmundo Mezquita, Francisca Martínez, Juan Martínez, Lino Valenzuela, Raymond Ibarra, Gregoria Álvarez, Calistro Estrella, Doña Nicha, Carmen Álvarez, Carmen Flores, Juan Flores, Jesús M. Ochoa, Felicardo Valencia, Antonio Valencia, and Virginia Valenzuela. They have it right there in the wall as you're sort of hitting in that little wall, the kitchen, and between that and the bathroom. So go visit them, because it's part of our history, and they're the ones that Anselmo used to make sure that when they were saying, well, who are the Yaquis and how do we get there? It was the Pascua Yaqui Tribe Association, and that's what started them. All these were some of our founding families, members, and all that. So let's give them a big hand, because most of them up in heaven. But thank you. That is my report for you guys. I kept it short and sweet.
Good afternoon, Secretary Alvarez. First, I'd like to thank our dear and precious Lord for blessing each and every one of us with another day. My report today would be mainly on ICWA, because we got a lot of stuff going on. The ICWA On behalf of the ICWA Committee and as your chair, I would like to report, we've been meeting weekly now because we have a special event on Monday. And it's only because the tribe is truly standing behind ICWA. We did proclaim a few months ago, June 15th as ICWA Day. And again, for those who don't know, ICWA is the Indian Child Welfare Act, and that's the law that brings home our children. So they are surrounded by people that look like them, no, that who can teach them of our culture, our language, remind them of their identity. So that law is truly an important law for a lot of our Native American children because it brings them home. So again, I just want to thank Tribal Council and previous leadership for allowing the tribe to be at the forefront of ICWA and sharing the awareness on ICWA. So I'm grateful for the leadership and the support. So as Councilwoman Gonzalez shared on Monday is the ICWA Awareness Day. And we're hoping that it continues like every year, just to continue to educate our legislators on the importance of ICWA and how and why it works, but also to celebrate the great win at the U.S. Supreme Court 2 years ago. 2 years ago, because of the efforts of the tribes coming together, we're able to defend our tribe's sovereignty, protecting our children. So that's a great win, but again, it does come with some attacks till this day. So we got to continue just to bring awareness and to be able to celebrate those wins. So I want to thank the committee and the Tribal Council again for allowing this initiative to continue to move forward. It's truly an honor to be part of this committee. I just got back from the casino. I gave up my lunch because I had a friend that is here from the Casey Family Program who is doing a ICWA conference with the Pima County ICWA courts. So I wanted to say thank you, Sheldon Spotton Elk from Casey Family Program, for your continued work in bringing awareness to ICWA and educating our court staff, our judges, our social workers on the importance of ICWA. So thank you. It was great to see you. Okay, so also what I wanted to share was recently I was appointed on to the board of Haven, which is a nonprofit, a women's organization. It provides shelter, resources, and aid to women that are struggling. You're not alone. If you know somebody or if you yourself are struggling and are facing homelessness, struggling with some kind of addiction, know that Haven is here to help you. And I'm honored to be on that board to make sure that they continue to look out and give you the resources that you need. These are some tough times, so I'm honored to be able to be on that board to make sure that we extend that resource, that aid to our community members. And also for those who want to donate clothing, shoes, hygiene, that is a great organization to donate to because what they do is they help build up, empower these women, get them ready for interviews. So if you have any donations or anything you'd like to be able to provide to these women that are building themselves up, please consider Haven. Thank you. Also, congratulations to UMTECIA. I was able to stop by and thank them for the continued work that they do for our community, to continue to share our stories, our history. I truly support our UMTECIA, and I'm grateful for their continued dedication. Also, I just wanted to thank the Yaqui Little League Committee. I've been coaching for almost 20 years with a pause for COVID time, but it's a great group of volunteers, and I'm so grateful for them. I know sometimes we have some hiccups, but I'm grateful for their dedication because they are out there volunteering. And to all the coaches out there, I just want to say thank you for going out there and volunteering and getting the kids out there, being active. It's really important. So I just want to say thank you to the committee for another year, and good luck to other teams. Also, what I wanted to do is highlight two of our young leaders who are attending Unity. One is to receive an Earth Ambassador Award, Miss Leila Gokobachi. Congratulations, continue to shine bright and make us proud. Also, Miss Amaya Escalante, who's a candidate for the Western Region representative spot. So keep them in prayer, but also if you know them personally, slip them a little 20, a little 30, a little 40, because some of them are still fundraising and we want to make sure that they're comfortable, that they get the meals that they need. But really, it really does take a community to raise a child, and they're young leaders doing great things. And I know that they would appreciate anything, even if it's just a prayer or a monetary donation, because again, we want to make sure that they get there and they represent well. But I'm just honored to be able to share their names and to say, just to be a part of their leadership journey as their youth coordinator and a mentor is an honor. But continue to make us proud, because it's people like you that are going to continue to make a difference in our communities. And I'm just so proud of you. Also, I did want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, the new fathers and our fathers that have been with us, like my dad, 85 years. Happy Father's Day out there. I hope and pray that you give yourself a pat in the back. To be a man is not easy. I see my husband on the daily just going over and beyond as a father, and I'm just grateful for him. Happy Father's Day, corazón. But no, to all the fathers, I recognize you. I know you, and the works and the sacrifices you do for your families. The role of a father is not recognized as much. But I want to tell you, your role in the family is so important. So important. To grow up with a mother and a father in a home can change lives. Our children need and deserve their parents, mom and dad. So I just want to say thank you to all the fathers out there, and you being there for your children. Also, before I end my update, I just want to say congratulations to Chairman and his beautiful wife. They recently celebrated their 25th year marriage anniversary. I know they've been together longer, but really I want to highlight marriage. I want to say again, and I know I've told you in private, Chairman, we don't honor marriages as we should. Marriage is sacred. Again, going back to having children being raised by a mother and father is so important. But to be married under the covenant of God is a true blessing and a true gift to families, to our children. So I just want to say congratulations. May God continue to bless your marriage. Continue to be the beautiful couple that the community needs to see. We need examples of healthy, loving marriages. And I just want to thank you for that example, and wish you nothing but the best. I think with that, I'll end my update, but thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Dios Mchemaniavo, Quechamalea, Enepo, Jose Enrique Salineteac. I have a few items to report that I'll quickly go over. So I had an opportunity to attend a beautiful ceremony with our Guadalupe American Legion and Auxiliary up in our community of Guadalupe to honor our fallen soldiers. So it was a beautiful ceremony, and I had an opportunity to sit down with them after for some lunch to discuss some of the need up there within our community. I did also want to go ahead and send our condolences. I know that we lost a veteran up there in Guadalupe, Mr. Mark Sanchez. So condolences to him and his family during this difficult time. Additionally from that, I did want to go ahead and add, again, congratulations to all the graduates. I did want to share a few data with you all. So we did have 66 students in higher education graduate with the various degrees. So bachelor's, associates, masters. We had some that completed their doctoral program. So again, congratulations to those students that have taken that initiative and that drive to pursue higher education. Additionally from that, we did have 88 students throughout the Tucson Unified School schools graduate high school. So again, congratulations to those 88 students, and we wish you nothing but many blessings on your new journey. Up in our Maricopa County schools at Tempe Union High School District, we had 40 graduates graduate up in the Tempe Union High School District schools. So again, congratulations. We wish you nothing but blessings on your new journey, whatever that may mean, if it means higher education or if it means that you'll go directly into the workforce. Additionally, from that, as many of my colleagues have mentioned, I continue to sit on the ICWA committee. So I've been working really closely with our local governments to be able to work with them on a resolution similar to the one that we passed here at Pascua Yaqui, proclaiming June 25th as ICWA Day. So I've been working with Guadalupe, Phoenix, Tempe, and Tucson leadership in order to be able to get that on their agendas. And as a reminder, we will be in Guadalupe today because they will go ahead and proclaim June 25th as ICWA Day. Additionally, from that, our Guadalupe office continues to remain from 7 up until 7 p.m. Monday to Thursday. So if you need any assistance or need to drop off an application or pick up an application, we recommend that our tribal members do stop by our Itom Hiapsi building in Guadalupe to pick up that application. Our Sewatomte Community Center continues to remain open, and I'm really grateful for the health department staff that are there providing the services that we provide at our community center. So they are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. So please stop by and say hello to the staff and get to learn about the different resources that we do provide there. Additionally, I also continue with some of my colleagues to stay very active on the Water Committee. So recently we had an opportunity to meet with our state and local and federal leaders at the Arizona Department of Water Resource to be able to demonstrate the need here on the reservation and throughout our communities in order to be able to build homes, diverse our economic development. So we do need to secure that water. So we continue those conversations and continue to work leadership to secure our water needs. I also wanted to acknowledge Tempe Union High School District credit/advance program that's going on with our Native American program up at Marco Ceniza. So continue to do great work up there. We're proud of those that continue to pursue their education and be able to finally achieve their high school diploma or get ahead. So we wish you a successful summer. And then additionally from that, I also had an opportunity to meet with the Town of Guadalupe leadership as well as community members to discuss at the Guadalupe Budget Forum. So I encourage our members and our residents there in Guadalupe to be active in those conversations because they will impact us greatly. So please take every initiative to educate yourself in what's going on within our community when it comes to our town. Lastly, I did want to go ahead and thank those students, parents that have reached out to me in regards to our SEED program. So we're actively looking to be able to provide more services up in our Guadalupe community when it pertains to the SEED program, similar to what we offer here in Tucson. So we do hear the concerns of equity, and we continue to work with the Education Division in order to ensure that our students up there in that community as well get an equal opportunity to participate. With that, lastly, one more thing. I did want to go ahead and thank the Human Resource Department for the various all-staff meetings, and thank you to all the employees that continue to work diligently in order to provide the best services that we can. And we're deeply grateful for those members or for those employees that have completed their years of service here. So I know that we had 30 years, 10 years, 15 years. So again, thank you for your service. Thank you, Director Morales and your team for putting on those events or those meetings for our employees. And I will go ahead and close it there, but I do have announcements. Thank you.
Buenas tardes. I hope to not wake you up right now because it seems that it's a little bit comfortable in here. So I see some of you wake up. My name's Irene Sanchez, and I'm very happy to report everything that they've done. I've been there So I'm not going to say any more. You caught me on the last one with surprising the people that work at the casino in years of service. So that's the only thing that had been different up to here. So happy Father's Day, and that's all I have to say today. Thank you. Everything else has been repeated.
Thank you for waking me up. Good afternoon. Liosan Chaniabu Kitchamalea. I did just want to share that I know it's kind of touched on a little bit about, there's a lot of things happening in the month of June, but I think the biggest thing is men's health awareness and mental health awareness for the month of June. And I know that kind of like was said, it also goes with the Father's Day. I think a lot of the times, you know, as males, we learn that we need to just hold everything in and kind of just not share and just push along and have the burden and not worry about anything, keep plugging along. So with that, I just, you know, if you have a male friend or your, you know, whoever, your spouse, you know, just thank them and just acknowledge them and just really be there for support, because, you know, that's how we all create the community and are there for each other. So I did want to share that. And one of the events that was happening when everybody was dancing and having fun at the Father's Day, I was with a bunch of police officers at the casino, a little paranoid, but it was good. It was called PISA, so it's Policía Internacional Sonora, Arizona. So the tribe really has a good relationship with this organization, because when the run or we've had any kind of interactions from here to Sonora, we've always been able to call on them and they assist us, as well as whenever there's been any deaths, tribal members, and their wish is to go back to Mexico or to Potam or to Vicam or wherever they're from, they also assist in that. So it's always important to keep that relationship open, because you never know when we need them. So I just did want to acknowledge that, and continue to have a great rest of your week and celebrate Father's Day, and remember that all month long also you can celebrate the men in your life, your friends that you have, and with that, tulism chogotesia.
Okay, thank you, Council. We didn't put a time limit. I just said keep it to a minimum, so just so you guys, for the record. So we'll go ahead and move on. And thank you, Rosie, for the 25 years. I was going to tell you guys my secret, but I'll keep it to myself. We'll move on to action item number 5, new business. Any announcements?
I'll go ahead and go. So a couple events that are happening. So we do have our father and son BB Cube that's being put on by our Guadalupe Prevention Partnership up in our community of Guadalupe. So that'll happen this Saturday, June 14th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Bean Colony Park. So we still have a few seats available. I believe they have about 80 folks RSVP so far. So there's a couple of seats left over. So if you're in the community and want to join us, you are more than welcome to do so. Additionally, with that, I just want to remind our elders, we do have a senior newsletter that does go out and gets mailed through postal mail to all of the elders that have registered with the Senior Center. So that newsletter does include some important information pertaining to the programming, services, and events that the department does put on. So if you are not on that distribution list, do call either our Tucson or our Guadalupe office to be added to that. Additionally, lastly, I did want to go ahead and share, we continue our district-to-district tour. So we were able to finalize the date for Northern Arizona University, which is going to be on July 30th. So students that live up in Flagstaff or go to Northern Arizona University, we do encourage you to attend that meeting. It's open to students and leadership there within that university. Other than that, just thank you. And, oh wait, I do have one more, sorry, enrollment. So the enrollment department up in our community of Guadalupe now does provide on-site assistance for the enhancement tribal cards. So I'm sure Ms. Vivian will share more information, but that is a new service that is provided within our community. So they do on-site intakes as well as, I believe, distribution of the card. So I will leave it to Ms. Vivian, the Deputy Director of Enrollment, to share more about that.
Good afternoon, everybody, Tribal Council, community staff, and those online. So just like Council Member Jose Saldana mentioned, we do have a new full ETC production now in Guadalupe. So you can walk out the same day with your enhanced travel ID card. So you no longer, those traveling from Guadalupe no longer have to travel now down to Tucson. So they'll be taking appointments Monday through Friday. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to either Tucson office or our Guadalupe office. I also wanted to mention that we developed a member portal. This is specifically right now for adult enrolled tribal members. What this portal is, it's to, for any information related right now with the tribe's ongoing constitutional reform. So to register for that, we do have a QR code. It did go out through Nextel messaging. Right now, we're working with the IT to get it on the landing page of the tribe's website. So it's for the constitutional reform. Right now, for and foremost, any kind of information regarding the constitutional reform is going to be in the member portal. We then are going to have online services. So we're going to onboard departments slowly. So any kind of online services that departments want to provide, our members can now go online and seek those services online. So we're just encouraging every adult tribal member right now to register and activate your account. So it went out next, I'll push. It's going to be going out social media soon. That's it. Thank you.
Chairman, council members, Rebecca Matus with the senior program. And I have an announcement. We have a staff member, Don Pedro Rodriguez, who just turned 90 years old on Tuesday, June the 10th. Don Pedro became an official employee for the senior services over 22 years ago. However, it is reported that he had been there or has been there for almost 30 years. And I am pleased and saddened at the same time to announce that Don Pedro is retiring from his position as a gardener landscaper on this Friday. So just wanted to report that. However, Don Pedro is requesting to return to the center and become a volunteer. Thank you.
Dios Mchaniabu, Concilio Achalim, Concilio Malam, Pueblo Achalim, Pueblo Malam, Simi Yotastia, Chevanate Galios, Tenevaisai, Tomaya Tenevaisai, Saint Nazulola, Tenevaisai, Nuestra Ánimas, Los Santos Cielos, Tenevaisai. I just wanted to thank all of our elders for giving us the opportunity to be here, especially celebrating, such work as Mr. Pedro's as a gardener. Wanted to also take this time to also celebrate our youth, and wanted to take this time to thank WIA, WIOA in particularly. Wanted to introduce two of our WIA workers, Mr. Orlando and Mr. Isaiah here, who are assigned to our department, and our youth do a lot of great things for the tribe. And You know, as a member of the Department of Language and Culture, I know these two individuals have hit the ground running. We put them to work. Today they were able to shadow me give them a little tour around the tribe, let them know the great work that leadership has done over the past, as well as give them a little bit of insights on creating a budget for this upcoming term. So I know that they took it, you know, with open arms and are willing to learn. So I welcome them on board for during the summer. We also started our youth camp, our youth Yaqui language camp. We have about 100 students throughout here, Guadalupe, and in Tucson. We're using Ritchie Resource Center as another facility. Just wanted to thank especially my staff and the Department of Language and Culture, teachers and volunteers. We've probably had 6 total volunteers now so far that have also volunteered as teachers and have joined us and in our efforts to try to educate our children. So with that being said, just wanted to thank you guys on that. And I know that for those of you who are wondering, you know, we're going to have a follow-up class for our elders, or not elders, for our older 18 and older in July. Same type of format that we're following with our children here. We're looking at starting those classes July 1st, and those are going to be held every Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, same times as we have for our children. Again, that being said, wanted to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day, including my father. Aleaka Cham Taiwan Yorine is how you say it if you're a male, and Aleaka Hapchim Yorine if you're a female. So keep on the lookout also for our Facebook post and our social media shareable link that we're going to share for you guys to be able to share that with your fathers and your respective family members. So, Dios Chaniago, Chocotesia, thank you. No, we haven't posted the class for the adults yet, so that's going to be open pretty soon. But for the kids, the children, it's already been closed. However, we have some spots that haven't been filled. I know we only have 2 more classes left. We're trying to, you know, have 3 classes per the month for kids. Yeah, so if you wanted to bring them over, we could try to squeeze them in, but they're very limited spaces. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Council, and community members. Ricky Vital, Executive Director of Housing. Just wanted to give you a few updates. Our boarded up homes, our first phase should be completed by July 1st. That'll be a total of 7 brand new homes renovated and coming back to us. Phase 2 should be done by August 1st, and then phase 3 should be done by August 15th. So by the fall, we should be having all of these boarded up homes renovated and families moving into them as well. Another update is our IHP has closed. Just a few little notes from that. Out of 35 that responded, we have the number one was renters wanting to become homeowners. That was like the number 1 priority. Second was overcrowded households. And then third was homeowners that wanted to have energy efficient homes. So we'll have more for oversight later on. But also our shredding event is this Saturday from 9 to 12 at Housing, drive-through event. Come by, drop off all old documents or even computers. Actually, you can shred them there as well. Open to the community, open to departments as well. Last thing, my thunder was stolen, but we're doing this evening our Indian Child Welfare Act proclamation in the town of Guadalupe. So I invite everybody to come out to that too. So thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Tribal Leadership, Co-Chairs, and Tribal Council community. My name is Agustin Romero. I'm the Director of Education. I got a few announcements for us. The first thing is our voucher program is ongoing through the month of July. for our clothing vouchers. We are also accepting applications for youth council through July 27th. Our Head Start registration is open, so we encourage anyone that is interested in that opportunity to please get to us. We will, our TLI program, their application process is open and ongoing, as well as our HEAP program, our higher education program, which will go through, I believe, the second or third week of August as well. We will have a food distribution program continue at Head Start. Our next event will be June 18th, and that'll be all day. Rather than at 2 o'clock like we had done in the past, it'll be an ongoing all-day process for parents to come in during the course of that day as they choose. A couple events in Guadalupe. Our Rising Star event with sponsorship from the U of A will take place through the week of June 25th. Their back-to-school kickoff will be July 12th. Also in New Pascua, the kickoff for back-to-school will be the 19th, and in Old Pascua, the event will be on August 2nd. Also, in terms of piggybacking on Vice Chairman's announcement, we have our last education graduation celebration, which will be the adult education graduation in Tucson on the 18th at the Sunset Room, and then the 26th in Guadalupe at Itam Yapsi. I also want to thank, we had an event, a retreat. We called it the Defining Yaqui Education Retreat. We had over 50 people in the room. Thanks to all the tribal council members that showed up. There was so many of you. We greatly appreciate it. As well as we have to thank our First Things First advocate sponsor, Ms. Tiburcio Cupicio Chambers, as well as Pima College. Without those two, both those two organizations sponsored the event. There was no expense to the tribe, and we appreciate both Ms. Cupicio Chambers and Mr. Vice President Soto at the Pima College campus. Also, what that event really opened the door for, I think in a lot of ways, was the collaboration between divisions. We had the health division in there, thanks to the participation of Dr. Chico. The language and culture division was there, thanks to the participation of Director Valencia. Social services was there, thanks to Director Michael Priest. And of course, education, there was 4 divisions coming together to engage in this work, and it was so powerful. On top of that, community members. We had members of our community curriculum builders from the Early Learning Center. We had partners from the University of Arizona. We had partners from Higher Grounds. It was really a beautiful opportunity for us to come together and start this process. We came up with a preliminary definition, and one of the recommendations is that we want to have greater outreach and greater participation from community and elders in the continued attempt to define this thing we call Yaqui education. The last thing I'll make mention of is the idea that on Saturday I had the opportunity to attend the forum, the candidate forum, and again, piggybacking on Chairman Valencia's statement, I want to thank both Aaron Pasos and Councilwoman Frias, especially Councilwoman Frias, for her wisdom. At that meeting, our youth took the lead. At that meeting, our youth empowered themselves, asked the questions, took the lead, set the tempo, set the precedent. And there was pushback from some folks, not from our community, who felt that the space was theirs. And I wanted to thank them, because we should never apologize or take back any opportunity to empower our youth. So I want to thank both Ms. Councilwoman Frias and Ms. Pasos for that. So thank you.
I guess there's no more announcements. We'll go ahead and
Mr.
move.
Chairman, I do have an announcement. I just want to remind everyone that we have our wellness conference coming up at the end of the month, July 27th. It's on a Friday, so please remember to register. And also, we have a survey that we're doing for our community health needs assessment. So please fill that out. We have that information on our social media and our and our website. And also, because I was rushing through my report, I did want to thank the Youth Move, and thank you, Dr. Romero. But I really did want to thank the Youth Move for their participation in our cafecito with the candidates, because they were just amazing and they spoke from the heart and they did an incredible job. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to action item number 7. 6, call to the audience. And I believe the first one, I guess, would be Yolanda Baltasar Gastello.
Good evening. My name is Yolanda Baltasar Gacelo. Buenos días, buenas tardes. Liosim Chamniavo. Y tú así tú y concilio. Aquí estoy. Tengo muchas cosas que decir hoy. I have a lot of things I would like to share in my views. I have a lot, but let me, if you could have patience with me.
We only have
Well, how
we'll give you 5 minutes, and then the rest we can make an appointment so you can elaborate a little bit more to us.
Okay, I'll just, kind of my topics, okay. Let me see. Police International Sonora Association. That's my topic. Okay. Pascua Yaqui, we have police. Police is here. With our chief is Michael Valenzuela. Let me kind of go around, read my. Okay, my great concern, I'm a tribal member. I do not live here on the reservation. I live in the urban city at Old Pascua. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I say like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, like 4 pueblos outside of here in Tucson. And my great concern, if we're stopped by ICE and we're walking and our children are stopped by ICE and nobody knows about what's going on with our tribal members, who do we go to in Mexico if we get deported down that way? But that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tribal Council.
Yeah, that was one of the conversations we've had earlier. I know that they have something with enrollment. We have numbers that they can call. The recommendation is that for you guys to carry the tribal enhanced IDs that enrollment's providing. So if you guys do not have one, you guys can make an appointment with the enrollment so you guys can get a tribal enhanced ID. It's 2 forms of ID, so they can help you out in that. Yes, just, we have your information, we'll contact you, and we'll make an appointment. Yes.
I have more, but I can't share it.
Can I go? Yeah, just state your name and, because normally we ask to fill out the information so we can contact you, but.
Diosum Chaniago, Achalim Malam, Simem Angelitum. Okay. Maybe that was wrong. But I think so. That's a normal greeting. Anyway, I have several things that I want to try to clarify. Okay, I went to housing about a month ago, and I wanted to see the director because because I've seen the assistant director, I believe it is. I don't want to name names, but I think you guys know who it is. But because we don't actually get along with each other. And every time I ask him for something, he said, yeah, we'll do it. I never see nobody. Nobody do it. But my issue is the heat treatment. And I started that about 2 years ago. And, oh, we only have 5 minutes, huh? Just 5 minutes?
We're trying to be courteous to everybody's time.
Okay.
But that's why we need your
yeah.
number and your contact information.
Oh,
so we
okay.
can
Well,
set up an
anyway, I
appointment.
will give you my number. There's a couple items I want to, the housing was the first one. The heat treatment program. The last time I went there, they said the machine was down, and then I get another answer from another person, the one that works on them, the one that knows about them. He said, oh, yeah, the machine's good. So I don't know if it's good or not. I know the housing director is here. Maybe he can say, it's good, man. Make an appointment. But I really do need, because we've had conflicts. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And the other thing is, for this year's recognition, I know that we used to, when I first done it, in 2004, I believe, we're supposed to do it like every 5 years, but I don't know if it's going to happen this coming year. You guys know anything about it, or for the run, for the recognition run from Mexico?
Not due yet.
No, I can speak to it. I could probably pass this off to someone in the audience that's actually that done it more if he wants to speak. But I know they do it every 5 years.
Well,
so,
yeah, I know it, but is it coming up?
it won't come up until the 50th, is that right? It will be the 50th, okay. So I'm looking at Johnny Romero, because was an integral part of helping with that, so.
Oh, Johnny. Is that Johnny? Hey, Johnny. Me and Johnny, we did the first run
Oh,
a
nice.
long time ago. It was a tough run, man.
So 3 more
It was
years.
a tough run, but we did it. We did it. Okay, so it's not going to happen, I guess. What about if I can get a group, but I need support from you guys? Not necessarily like getting a roadmap or anything. I know I can find my way, just like the Yaquis did in that time, and it was harder for them to do it. They had to do it at nighttime, when when it was a little bit easier from the, I guess you can call them I'm not too good at Espanol, federales. Okay, yeah. But anyway, I was hoping that we could do it this year, but if not, I would like to do it. If maybe get a group together, or a couple of us together. I know it can be done.
So the Wellness Center is going to be coordinating the walk run for recognition here and in Guadalupe.
Oh, but that's not from Mexico, though. Huh?
No, that happens every 5 years, so in 3 years, when it comes up again,
A walk
we'll,
run.
we can,
Guess I can do that too.
whoever's here can plan that.
Okay, so let me see my third concern is about dogs in the area. I know it's been brought up before, but it seems like there's nothing can be done about it. I mean, I know something can be done, and I don't want to say this, because if something happens to a little kid, especially a little kid, because I mean, I don't want nothing to happen to kids, man. I used to work with kids, adults, I don't want nothing to happen there, but something has to be done seriously before some dog gets attacked. Even I was attacked, and I'm not even a kid, but when I run, I take a ski pole with me. And my neighbor say, hey, leave that dog alone. Hey, that dog's attacking me. Call your dog.
Mr. Chairman, I did just want to let you know that tomorrow we're going to have the police oversight, and we spoke about this at executive session. This was one of the topics that came up, and we decided that we're going to talk to the chief and everybody tomorrow at that oversight. So we're hoping that we'll put out more information after we have that discussion.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Thank you,
Okay,
guys. You
appreciate
guys
that.
are doing a good job, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Please
Thank
make
you.
sure you get your number and with Miss Tina
Okay.
there. We'll follow up with the housing appointment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I have a flyer. It's called Protection and Healing One-Day Event on June 30th from 8 to 5 p.m. I went to the first one. It was awesome. But this is a flyer here I got at the casino, and I'm going to attend it. It's a flyer. And it's pretty good. It's very education, very good knowledge.
Flash it to the
Thank
camera
you.
so they can see it right there on the camera. Right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
We'll post it for you. Give it to Miss Tina Marie.
Okay, I guess we have no more calls to the audience. If we can move on to action item number 7, first resolution.
Good afternoon again. Vivian Orantes, Assistant Enrollment Director. So the first resolution is approving enrollment applications. So these are those applicants who meet our current membership requirements of meeting the 1/4 or more, being a citizen, being a direct lineage descendant, or having a collateral relative already enrolled on a tribal roll.
Resolution number C06-147-25, resolution of the Pascua Yaqui tribe approving enrollment applications of eligible applicants, list date June 1st, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I have a motion by Councilman Munoz and second by Vice Chairman Yucupicio. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
The next resolution is disapproving enrollment in eligible applicants. So these ones don't currently meet our current membership requirements.
Resolution number C06-148-25, resolution of the Pascua Yaqui tribe disapproving enrollment applications of ineligible applicants, list date June 2nd, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Councilman Munoz and second by Treasurer Guppies.
Rolando.
Rolando. Sorry, 2 male voices on that side. Motioned by Councilman Munoz and second by Councilman Flores. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman, members of council. Tara Chico, Director for Health Services. So this first resolution is asking to authorize the execution of an agreement between the Boys and Girls Club on the reservation.
Resolution number C06-149-25, resolution of the Pascua Yaqui tribe authorizing execution of an agreement with the Boys and Girls Club of Tucson, INC, in excess of $100,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Councilwoman Frias, I believe. and-
Andrea?
Gloria, second.
Andrea first.
Oh, no,
Councilman
it was
Frias.
me. Frias.
I'm sorry, women on, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing. Motion by Councilwoman Frias and second by Ms. Councilwoman Alvarez Gomez?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
The next resolution is a service line agreement from Trico, so we can have electrical services at Tortuga Ranch for the new arena.
Resolution number C06-150-25. Resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe approving the Trico Electric Cooperative INC Commercial Line Extension Agreement to extend an electric line and service to the Tortuga Arena Ramada. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Frias.
Who's second? Vice?
Alvarez Gomez.
Alvarez Gomez.
We need those light buttons. Motion by Councilwoman Frias and second by Councilwoman Alvarez Gomez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carried with an 11 yes vote count.
The next resolution is seeking approval for a goods and professional service agreement with Goodman's to furnish the nursing expansion at the Guadalupe Clinic.
Resolution number C06-151-25. Resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe approving a goods and professional services agreement with the Goodmans Interior Structures for the Guadalupe Health Center South Expansion Project in excess of $100,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Andrea? Motion by Councilwoman Frias and second by Councilwoman Gonzalez. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
The next resolution is for the Health A Arizona Plus Community Partner Sister Organization. So it enables our tribe to process HIA Plus applications for a variety of purposes for our patient benefit care coordinators. And those purposes are Medicaid, nutrition assistance, and cash assistance for eligible tribal members. Also requesting ordinance authorizing a limited waiver of sovereign immunity.
Resolution number C06-152-25. Ordinance 43-25, resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe authorizing and approving the Health E Arizona Plus Community Partnership Assistor Organization Agreement and approving an ordinance authorizing a limited waiver of sovereign immunity. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Everyone's excited today to vote. Thomas? Put the thing
Give it to
closer.
Andrea.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Frias, and I have a second by Treasurer Guppies. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Tribal Council. Chief Valenzuela here, Pascua Yaqui Police Department. Resolution is going to be for the continued agreement with the Pima Animal Care Center, which is run by Pima County, that provides veterinary services, sheltering services for our community. They have done, besides sheltering, they also have done spay, neuter, vaccination, animal care clinics out here on the reservation this year alone also. So that's what it is.
Resolution number C06-153-25, resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Pascua Yaqui Tribe and Pima County for animal sheltering and veterinary services. Do I have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Munoz can have it.
Andrea. And then Mr. Munoz seconded.
Motion by Councilman Gonzalez and second by Councilman Munoz. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Tribal Council, and Community. This is Michael Prees with Social Services, and I'm here asking for approval of a resolution for the Adult Social Services Team Retreat. And part of the focus is going to be on strengthening team cohesion, cultural connection and learning, stress relief, wellness, and professional development.
Resolution number C06-154-25, ordinance 44-25. Resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe approving the convention and sales agreement terms and conditions with Harris Akchin Casino for the purposes of an adult social services event and an ordinance authorizing a limited waiver of sovereign immunity. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Alvarez, Gomez.
Motion by Councilwoman Alvarez Gomez and second by Treasurer Guppies. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Thank you.
This resolution is requesting approval of a professional service agreement between the tribe and Central Alarm Security to provide security services 7 days a week between the hours of 5 p.m. and 7 for Health Services Division facilities.
Resolution number C06-155-25. Resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe approving a professional services agreement with Central Alarm Security in excess of $100,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Frias and
Motion.
Gomez.
Motion by Councilman Frias and second by Councilwoman Alvarez Gomez. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Council, Community. Jason Buckner, Executive Director of Finance and Operations, bringing to you a resolution today between the tribe and the Arizona Motor Vehicle Division to allow us to continue our checks on vehicles and license checks for employees who are driving vehicles for the tribe.
Resolution number C06-156-25. Resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe approving an AZ-MVD Now agreement with the Arizona Department of Transportation for the purpose of electronically accessing motor vehicle records.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Vice Chairman Cupicio and second by Councilman Saldana. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Thank you.
This next resolution is requesting approval for a goods and professional service agreement between the tribe and Patterson Dental Supply for a panoramic x-ray machine and associated dental services for the Guadalupe Clinic.
Resolution number C06-157-25. Resolution of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe authorizing a goods and professional services agreement between the Pascua Yaqui Tribe and Patterson Dental Supply in excess of $100,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Frias and second by Councilman Saldana. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
This next resolution is for a contract agreement with the tribe, between the tribe and CVS Caremark. It is a prescription benefits manager, which would allow the Guadalupe Pharmacy to obtain reimbursement through insurance plans within their network.
Resolution number C06-158-25, ordinance 45-25, resolution of the Pascua Yaqui tribe approving the execution of the CVS Caremark prescription benefit manager enrollment documents and approving an ordinance authorizing a limited waiver of sovereign immunity. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Frias and second, yeah? And second by Treasurer Guppies. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Anyone abstain? Motion carries with an 11 yes vote count.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and move on to action item number 8 for adjournment. Everybody in agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, you.
Everybody out there is falling asleep. It's worse right here. That air is so nice,
You vote, and if somebody beats you,
but it didn't work on me.
so your name can be on it. Because everyone's doing it.
I didn't realize that I'm getting raspy.
Okay, yeah, it would be helpful if we got closer. Did you know I'm already sorda?
Right? Keep
Sorda
asking,
y
keep
sorda.
asking, and finally.
No, but if somebody beats you, say, I second.